Despite Kittl already having some solid text options, you can now use AI to generate text and text designs right within Kittl's AI Image Generator. So I'm going to show you how that works and how you can use it to create better designs in Kittl. And also, Kittl are sponsoring this video, and there's a link in the description if you want to check them out. So with your Kittl project open, head over to the AI button over here and head to Image Generator. Now you notice here that you have options such as DALL-E 3, Flux, and Ideogram. So DALL-E 3 is great for images, Flux is really good for photorealistic images, but Ideogram specializes in generating AI text. So the way that works is I can choose a style, or I can just leave it without a style and type in a prompt describing what I want. So it could be something like an emblem of a pit bull's face with the words, and then I type in quotation marks, rise and grind. And this is how I tell the AI generator what words I want to be in the image. I can then finish off my prompt by describing the style in a Gothic vector t-shirt style. Now, also want to point out that again, I do have other styles down here I can use, but for now, we're going to stick with no style and just submit that prompt at a 1:1 ratio so we can see what kind of results we get from the Ideogram image generator. So I hit generate image, wait a moment, and straight away I have this image right here. It says rise and grind, the text is spot on, the image looks really great, and we can use this on a t-shirt design. But let's explore this just a little bit further. So I'm going to come across and draw a new artboard. Now, keeping in mind, I'm going to head back. I'm going to remove the Gothic vector t-shirt style and just have an emblem of a pit bull's face with the words rise and grind. Because if I come down here to typography styles, it tends to focus more on the text, but I can click on this and generate an image while also asking for the emblem just to see what results we get again. And notice this time it focuses on the text, but it's still added our little dog head into the emblem. But for now, I'm going to just kind of pop this off to the side and head back, because all I want to do is simply say the words rise and grind, keeping it pretty simple. And I'm going to run through and show you some of these various styles that we can use. We got groovy. So again, I'll submit that and then move on and try out some of these others. And you can see how with a very simple prompt, we get some nice, very clean text, but it's also a text design. It actually organizes the words and creates something that you could easily pop on a shirt or on a social media post. It's really quite effective and easy to use these basic words and styles to easily create some of these designs. However, with the prompt I chose, some of the words started to bleed through, like the rise and grind appeared on a few of the images. And because I used the words rise and grind, sometimes they also popped up on that image. So you don't always need to describe those words, but we can fix that pretty easily with a simple revised prompt. So if you get that issue, just come back to your prompt and just simply choose to have the words here if that's all you're after. However, you can also re-roll, but this can help to just kind of like zero in on the words you want. So I come down and generate again, and you can see on the right, we've been able to fix those issues. Now, that design itself could be used for a shirt, which I think is pretty cool. But just remember, like I said, this is a very basic prompt. We haven't really done much with the overall sort of like details. We can go further into this, but before I do, I just want to touch on the fact that these are nice, clean designs. We can use them pretty effectively. So what we can do is take them a step further and vectorize them to include as part of a much larger design. So if I decide I really like this particular image, what I can do is move it over to another design I have over here. Now this is just something I've whipped together for the video, but it's also, this image is a bitmap, as you can see by some of the fuzzy edges. So if we were to print this on a shirt, it may not be high resolution enough. So what I could do is come down here to remove background. I then come down to vectorize, and even though it's only one color, I'm going to pop it up to 2, because I have found sometimes it has some difficulties with white. I click vectorize, and now we have, if I zoom in, vector text. So it's nice and crisp. I zoom back out, and I could even get rid of this design and simply print this on its own. But if I wanted to add something a little bit more visual, I can pop that there, even grab a shadow. I can even pop it up a bit more and create a design pretty easily. And I've got this nice sort of text design that I've really only had to basically click for. Keep in mind, an image like this, which has a lot of different fades and colors, isn't going to be suitable for vectorizing. So you want to keep that as a bitmap. So if you're going to use that in your, say, a shirt design or another design, you may want to come over to the right here to remove the background. And if you get some funny little artifacts like this, you can also disguise that with a shadow. And then you can print that on almost any color shirt and it will kind of show up. As you can see on the white, it doesn't look too bad. But if I change the artboard color to a dark gray, it still looks pretty decent. And again, we've just simply clicked and generated that in a single click. Now also, you do want to upscale your image. And because vector images scale automatically, we don't have to worry about it with vectors. But with a bitmap image like this, when we go to export, we make sure we set our design at the width. So maybe I want this to be about 12 inches by 12 inches. I make it 12 by 12 inches on this particular artboard. So 12 by 12 inches on artboard 5, PNG, remove the background, making sure this is at about 300 dpi. So your image should be a few thousand pixels by a few thousand pixels if you want to export that and remove the background. And then you can upload it to something like Redbubble and have a transparent background. So we focused on the typography styles and got some pretty cool images that we can use. But what happens if we want to check out some of the other styles available to us that aren't typography focused? Now coming back again to a fresh artboard. If I come over here to the Kittl AI Image Generator, maybe I use a similar prompt again, such as have an emblem of a pit bull with the words rise and grind. This time, instead of going for typography styles, we can also try some of these other styles. Because even though these are ClipArt styles and are more tailored to images, the ideogram model will still add text to these designs. So if I chose something like mascot here and generate, it will still produce an image with the text in it. So once again, it's a nice, simple, single-click t-shirt design generator, or you can use it as part of a larger design by cutting out the background, or even something like this can easily be converted to vector. So if I hit vectorize, I'm going to bring the colors all the way up to 16. And again, we get a nice, sharp vector image. But again, just so you can see the results, how does it look with some of these other ClipArt styles? So you can see how it's able to sort of take those different styles and apply the pitbull emblem to it. And this one is actually a photographic style, but it's come out, because I use the word emblem, it has come out like a bit of an emblem, but I've got a more detailed image by going for the more detailed style here, or a watercolor style. So you still got some options as to how that's going to turn out regardless. The t-shirt graphic, I think, is simple, works really well. And of course, the one we've already seen, which is the mascot. So again, all using that same basic prompt, but we'll dig further soon. Now again, some of these could actually be converted to vector, maybe not the watercolor one, but if I only want something simple, single color, there are also vector styles here. So again, I choose vector art, generate, and I get a vector graphic straight out of the generator. I can change the color and use that on a t-shirt, and it has the words included. But there are also some other vector styles. Again, we have coloring book and line art. So if I generate with those, as you can see, this one is the coloring style. So it's probably not best for a shirt, but it does a good job of that style. And then the outline style, I really like what it's done with a dog here. And then of course, back to our first one here. So these are very simple, easy to use, and pretty powerful. However, once again, the results here, I still recommend using, say, a typography style and then generating the images separately if you want to get a much more customized and more aesthetic result. But you also want to add a lot more detail to your prompt if you're looking for more control. So I'm going to cover a few images here to show you what I mean. Now, using the Gothic style, in this one I describe things like the texture, the fact that I wanted it to be 3D, and also the fact that it has a textured background. And that further customized the effect of the final image. And again, with this calligraphy style generated image where I decided to describe a black wall, white sort of spray paint, but also ink dripping. And we got this nice effect also. But you can take it a step up by using the cutout photo style and put some text onto certain objects. So using these particular prompts, I was able to get some pretty awesome results by adding things to the objects. Although with this face in particular, I didn't like the fact it was printed, so I changed the prompt to tattooed to get a result closer to what I'd imagined. So making those adjustments to your prompts is also important. But even though this one here says bold red text against a yellow background, the simple fact that the model I chose favors a black background and blue text means I've got a bit of red in the text. So choosing the right model definitely makes a difference. But for ultimate freedom, I decided to remove the style altogether for these particular images and very directly describe what I wanted in my prompt. So a little bit more flexibility to get what I wanted. But even changing the aspect ratio can make a difference. I decided to make this one 16:9 with the same prompt, and I got this effect. But then I switched back to Gothic, and again it started to come back towards that more Gothic style. So if you want to have a bit more expression and freedom in your prompt, remove those styles. Otherwise, sticking with a style can help nail down a particular look. But you can break this process apart. If you generate something like this and you like the general layout of the text and it's just a plain black and white image, you can click on that image, go to the AI, I'll just circle back, and try the new Image Restyle option. And because I have my image clicked, it's there. I can choose low, medium, or high strength. I can come down and type a prompt, something like a metallic 3D text with high reflection. I can also choose one of these community styles below, but otherwise I submit that, and then I get an image just like this, based off that original text. But I decided to change the prompt for more gold and decided to try high strength, and then I moved down to medium strength, and you can see it has a little less of an impact, and then finally down to low strength, where it's really dialed it back. So you can actually choose how much you want to actually affect the image by playing with that setting, but also getting pretty descriptive with your prompt. Now, Kittl is also a design program, not just an AI image generator. So by combining these elements, creating an object, and then also converting that basic text into something gold or shiny and producing a full design with those two AI elements, I can piece that together, export it, and even upload it to something like Redbubble. And that has now become a t-shirt that I can sell. So you can really start to see the power of AI text generation in Kittl, combined with all of their design tools and the other AI tools, makes it so easy for you to create designs for whatever purpose and really speeds up the whole workflow. So I highly recommend you go in and check that out. Kittl are the sponsor of this video. There's a link in the description. I highly recommend you go in there, have a play with this tool, see what you think, and let me know how you go. Otherwise, that's the video for today, guys. Hope you found it interesting. If you did, please consider giving the video a like. Otherwise, I hope to see you again soon. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.